Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining me on another One Love Rewards webinar. My name is Allana Faustin with the Jamaica Tourist Board, and I am based in our Miami office. Thank you for joining me today. I have three presenters on today, and there are three fierce ladies in Jamaica, and I wanted to switch things up a little differently today and have Alisair, who is in our Montego Bay office, do a Montego Bay update for you. And following her, I will have Onisha Ooreggio with Margaritaville and Coral Cliff, and ending it all with Linda Llawrence with the S Hotel. Like I said, I'm not doing much today, so I'm just going to be handing it over to Alisair, and she's going to take control of my virtual floor and tell you a little bit about what's happening in Montego Bay. Alisair, floor is yours.
Amazing. Is everybody seeing my slide?
You are seen.
All right, perfect. So good afternoon, everyone. As mentioned, my name is Alisair, and I am one of the many business development officers at the Jamaica Tourist Board based in Montego Bay, Jamaica. So it is my absolute pleasure to present on the Montego Bay Resort Air today. And I'll be walking you through on some of the newest things, experiences, things that is happening that keeps Mobe vibrant and exciting for all our travelers. So first things first, we'll start with Sangster's International Airport because, of course, to get to Montego Bay, you have to have access, and this is how you get here, just through one of our airports, which is the major one, Sangster's International. And so far, of course, we all know we have our e-gates. These have been introduced to provide faster and more efficient traveling processing, but also the newest addition is our Air to Sea lounge, and this would be for our cruise guests. So those passengers who will be going on cruises or onboarding from cruises, we have this new 600 capacity lounge area that is designed to process the cruise guests more efficiently. And also, we love to connect you guys to the entire island. So we still have our Liat Air domestic flight that goes between Montego Bay and Kingston. So a bit of new experiences, new additions to the Montego Bay Resort area. We have the Rum Yard experience, and this is located at Main Street in Rosal. And for this one, you can have a variety of experience in terms of rum tasting, so from cane to cup. And this is where it includes your tasting and your sniffing and enjoying the portfolio. So if you can't make it all the way down to the South Coast to enjoy the Appleton experience, then you can come here and have that at Main Yard, at Rum Yard. We also have the beans and brews tasting experience as well, which gives you the Blue Mountain coffee as well as coffee tasting, and your rum brush, which is an exciting new addition, which is a sip and plate, but instead of wine, you have it with some rum, and karaoke Thursdays, and you get to discover your voice with some rum. Additionally, one of the newer restaurants that we have here on the Hip Strip called Ocean Joy, which mixes the Caribbean fusion restaurant on the Hip Strip. So it combines a bit of Caribbean and international flavors, but additionally to that, we give you dinner also with entertainment. So we have a karaoke night also on a Saturday night. We also have a jazz night on a Sunday night for my jazz lovers. And this is one of the rising culinary and entertainment spots in Montego Bay right now. For those of us who are into health and wellness, or Rastafarian Indigenous Village that usually offers just tours have now delved into a little bit of accommodation. And so now they offer 5-day wellness retreats, which you can book from their website. This has launched just a couple months ago. It's very immersive, so you get to learn a lot about the Rastafarian culture, enjoy the arts of food, a little bit of cooking experiences, some natural healing practices such as your herbal baths, and learn a bit of the spirituality of the Rastafarianism culture. So this is just by reservation only. It's very unique and really for some of our cultural travelers. And so I do implore you to go on their website, see what it's about, and also book. And then as we move forward, we go into our Emancipation celebration. So as you know, August 1st is our Emancipation Day and August 6th is Independence Day. And that means the Montego Bay Resort area will be coming alive. So there'll be all sorts of activities, and I'll touch on just a few of them. So we have the Montego Bay Jerk Fest, which is not only for adults, but for your kids as well. So it's from day all the way into night. We're gonna have live performances, and every single thing jerk that you can think of will be there, from your jerk chicken to your jerk fish to jerk tofu for my vegetarians. So you can go down there, enjoy some of the food, enjoy some of the jerk, enjoy the music, and just have a great time and celebrate Emancipation Day with us. And additionally, for this month, the last Sunday, which happens the last Sunday of every single month, we have Mobile Reggae Nights. For my reggae lovers, once you love the music, the vibe, you can be out there watching the sunset, and then after the sunset, enjoy some live reggae music right on the beach, put your foot into the sand, and have a great time. And this is what I call a cultural mix-up, because not only is there tourists there, but a lot of locals are also there just enjoying the vibe down there. And then for one of our resorts here in the Montego Bay Resort area, we have Secret Resorts celebrating as well with us Independence. So they will have a whole calendar of events from August 1st all the way down to August 6th. And this is not just for persons who are staying at Secrets, but for those persons who are not on property but also want to have this experience, you can feel free to have them because they're accessible to external persons as well. So you can call Secrets, make your reservations, and you can either pay for the event or pay for a day pass and get to enjoy a lot of what they have. So from art and fashion to food and beverage, to learn about all the things that we love here in the culture, as well as music, as well as some beach vibes. All of that will be down there as Secrets for you to enjoy. So definitely give that other try. If you have guests that are coming in, you can tell them about it. They can go ahead and enjoy a little bit of what Secrets has to offer. So that's basically it for the Montego Bay Resort area, but I do have some of my top 10 things that you should be doing in Montego Bay whenever you're here or wherever your guests and clients are here. For sure, we can't miss out Margaritaville, and they will be presenting today. So you get to learn a little bit about what they offer and what you can do there, and of course, Coral Cliff as well. And for some great authentic Jamaican food, we have the Pelican Grill, and that's where you can go and get breakfast, lunch, or even dinner. Pier 1, especially on a Friday night for peer pressure. You get to party the night away with us. And for those of us who love the gardens and we love the plants and the animals and just the nice airy atmosphere, I will definitely recommend our Montego Gallery and Garden. Of course, I spoke on Mobile Reggae Nights, and Mobile Reggae Nights is also held at Harmony Beach Park, so it's always on my top. But during the day, that's where you can go. It's free to access. You go in, you enjoy the beach, you enjoy the vibe down there, and you just have a great day. Rafting on the Leafy River is one of my top favorites as well. Very relaxing, very serene. You can do that through Chaka Caribbean as well, and going up there, a nice relaxing environment for you. The Luminous Lagoon down in Falmouth. Of course, everybody wants to glow in the night, so it's nice to swim around and see the water glow around you. And then for those of us who love a catamaran, that's also within my top 10 things to do. Dream a catamaran sailing along the Caribbean Sea, enjoying. If you're doing a day catamaran, it also stops at Margaritaville, but you can also sail all the way from Montego Bay into Negril to see the sunset at Wickstow Bay. So that is some of Montego Bay's top 10 that I would definitely recommend for you. So I'm just wrapping it up right now. That's all that we have. But thank you so much as Montego Bay continues to evolve and offer richer and more immersive experience. I implore you to come out, experience, see what it is, see what's here. I implore you to tell your guests to come out, enjoy some of what's outside of the resort as well, because there's so much to see, so much to do just in that little vicinity without spending too much also. So I hope this update inspires you to explore, promote, and enjoy everything our resort area has to offer. So that's me. Allana, you can take it back away.
Thank you, Alisair, for your very quick but thorough presentation, but don't run away just yet. So I have a question about the rum yard and the experience there. Someone is not familiar with Main Street. Can you tell us a little bit about what Main Street has to offer and where we find Main Street?
Oh, sure, not a problem. So Main Street is just after you pass the Jewel Grand Hotel. It is a shopping area, so you not only can do the rum yard there, but there's also Devon's ice cream. There's shops, you can buy jewelry, all of that is down there. But right there at the rum yard is right across from Devon House, and there at Main Street, and there you can have these experiences. So it's right in the vicinity of Montego Bay. And if you're talking about the airport, we're looking at about 15 minutes away from the airport.
Awesome sauce, thank you.
You're
And
welcome.
if you can go back to your Rastafarian experience,
Sure.
is there a website that can be shared for that, or how does
Yes,
one
so I
contact?
will. So the website for Rastafarian Indigenous Village, I can share that with you, Alana, and maybe you can send it out for me if
Sure.
that's possible. Yeah,
Shoot.
but it's rastavillage.com. So just that. But of course, if you can put it in the chat, that would be great.
All right. Done. All right. That's all. The rest of the questions I'm going to answer via chat because I want to give my other presenters their full opportunity to present. And I know that, let's see, me taking control here. Change back to me. So up next, again, thank you, Alisair. Up next, we have the lovely Onisha Ooreggio. I just like saying her name. Onisha, are you ready to present and share all that you have about what's new and exciting at Margaritaville and Coral Cliff?
Absolutely.
And my floor is yours. You should have a pop-up on your screen asking you to share. Do you see that?
Can you see my screen?
Yes, I do.
Okay. All right. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Onisha Ooreggio. I am the Group Marketing and Sales Manager for Margaritaville Caribbean. We also oversee Marguerite, Seafood by the Sea, fine dining restaurant, as well as Coral Cliff. So I'll be your guide as to what's amazing, what the possibilities are as it relates to all these entities. All right, so welcome to paradise, virtually, of course. So as I mentioned, we're gonna go through you're gonna have a little bit of an immersive experience as it relates to Margaritaville, Jamaica, Marguerite, and Coral. So ultimately, what is or who is Margaritaville, Jamaica? So we're hospitality pioneers. We've been around for approximately 30 years, over 25 years, operating within the Caribbean space. We're iconic Jamaican destination, so we operate in Negril, Montego Bay, as well as Ocho Rios, so all the tourist areas within the island. We offer food, fun, entertainment, and of course, an elevated island vibe. And we are very popular with our cruise guests, of course, guests staying at the various resorts, Airbnb, as well as locals. So here's a nice snapshot of where we're located within the island. So you have a good idea of the different areas and where to find us. So as I mentioned, we're in Negril. We're also in Montego Bay as well as Ocho Rios. So for our Montego Bay location, we are oceanfront. So whilst we do not have a beach, we have our famous sunset patio where you're able to sit down, take in the cool Caribbean breeze, as well as overlooking, getting a panoramic view of the amazing Caribbean Sea. Our dining is bar none one of the best on the hip strip, as well as our bar. We also have a water park, which is something that we're very, very happy about. So we have trampolines, we have iceberg wall, plus other water toys to give everybody a bit of an experience, um, whether they want to be underwater or not. The option is there for them. So of course, as I mentioned, we're a full service restaurant and we have 2 bars currently. We are in the process of expanding our upper level. And when we do, we're going to be having VIP areas upstairs, as well as a dedicated Hennessy bar. People will be able to book groups in the VIP areas, so we can have multiple groups at the same time. And as I mentioned, everyone will have access to the ocean. And so we really want to let everyone know that we do a lot with groups. So you can actually start with dinner and then move on into our nighttime activities. So speaking to the fact that on a Thursday night we have our ladies' night, which of course is not just for ladies. And then on a Saturday night, we have our Straight Vibe Saturday, which is a nightly, a Saturday night activity that we recently launched, a series that we recently launched in June. And we're very happy about it, very proud about it. And it is doing very, very, very well. So persons can start with dinner and then finish with a club experience, as I had mentioned. So we also want to mention that we're really into special celebrations. So whether it be a bachelorette group, for weddings, for birthday celebrations, for graduation groups, spring break, whatever it is, we're all about catering to groups. And something that I really do want to mention, 2 things as it relates to Margaritaville, Montego Bay. One is the fact that we currently have a bridge that will be connecting Coral Cliff to Margaritaville, Montego Bay. And once that bridge is open, we'll have free flow between both properties. So our guests can utilize Coral Cliff for a little gaming and then come over to Margaritaville for dining and an amazing club experience if they do want that. And with that comes added security for those travel agents who may be worried about security for their guests. Once you get dropped off at Coral Cliff, it's just a straight shot across our amazing bridge that overlooks the entire hip strip, and safety will be no issue as it relates to that. And something else that I want to mention is the fact that our infamous water slide that we unfortunately had to take down during a 25-year storm that we did not expect to happen last year, we'll be putting that slide in by October of this year. That is what we're aiming for. Weather permitting, we'll have that up and running to add to the unique experience of our current water park that we have for Margaritaville, Montego Bay. Now we're going to be looking at Margaritaville Negril, where, of course, it's set on the famous 7 Mile Beach that is in Negril. Our guests can also have the option of doing a VIP cabana, in addition to our VIP area that we do have situated right there on the beach as well. So with that, they get their own server. Of course, if they want anything at all, from a pin to an anchor, once you're in VIP, your server will handle everything for you as it relates to that. We can also offer beach massages in one of the cabanas that we have there on the beach as well. So of course, you know, Negril is known for its iconic sunsets, and nowhere better than Margaritaville that gives you that full-on experience of an amazing sunset at that location. And of course, we like to say barefoot luxury as it relates to Margaritaville Negril and the nightlife, nightlife right under the stars. And when I speak to that, I speak to our bonfire Wednesdays. So we actually put a bonfire right there on the beach. Guests can come in, and we do this weekly. And once a month, we have what we call a ramp up bonfire Wednesdays, where we have fire eaters, we have live entertainment, and we have like special deals on drinks. And that is usually at the end of the month. And on a Friday night, we have our all you can drink Friday night series. For those persons again wanting to do a special bachelor, bachelorette, or special group or birthday celebration or whatever it is, this is an amazing night for them to come to Margaritaville Negril to be a part. Once they're in the area, they just come on in, and we'll take good care of them. Now we're moving on to the other side of the island, which is Margaritaville Ocho Rios. And for this location, you're steps away from the cruise port. So this is the location that a lot of our cruise guests love to go to, because they're literally walking not even 5 minutes from the port to the beach that we have, which and our location, this location in particular actually has a swim up pool bar that has a slide, and that's a big thing for everybody. You have exclusive beach access on our white sand beach, and you could also be a part of our VIP area for that private beach as well. We have water toys, including a trampoline at that location, and it's ideal for groups, for parties, for day passes, whether you have guests coming off a cruise ship or you have guests that are actually overnighting and actually staying at one of the resorts that we have in the area. And we have a vibrant night scene as well, 2 nights a week at that location. So we have our pool party Wednesdays, which is every Wednesday. And then we have our ladies' night, which takes place on every Saturday. So again, not just daytime activities, but nighttime activities for those guests who want to venture out and be a part of the environment. They come to Jamaica, they want to see what Jamaica is all about. And we provide safety, we provide amazing food options, and we also provide our world-class bar that they can make from margaritas, various boat drinks. If they just want to have a simple rum and coke, they can as well. So everything is there at their fingertips once they come to our location. Now, groups. We have specialized group offerings, and this is something that we are very proud of and happy to push. So group menus, we can customize various group packages for our guests, for our groups, or if they just want to go off of what we currently have in terms of our various packages, they can do that as well. We have event spaces that they can use. We've actually hosted, of course, birthday parties. We've hosted private dinners. We've hosted proposals. We've hosted wedding receptions at Margaritaville. I'm actually hoping that one day we actually get to do a wedding at Margaritaville in Jamaica. That would be pretty exciting. So we have the space, we have the beachfront locations, we have the ocean view locations. We can do bottle service, VIP bottle service, VIP areas for your groups. We specialize or would love to cater to incentive groups, MICE groups, and we're open to doing co-branding with various travel groups, various entities, to get the word out and give them that full-on group and immersive experience. So one of the other locations outside of Margaritaville that I would like to highlight during this presentation is Marguerite's. So Marguerite's by the Sea is actually our fine dining restaurant, which is located right beside Margaritaville, Montego Bay, and right across from Coral Cliff. So we're all in that same area. And this location actually has a award-winning wine menu through Wine Spectator. As you can see there, we've been getting this award for the last, I'm going to say, about 8 years running. and we're very proud of it. We update our menu every year. We add new things. We cater to every palate that you can possibly think of as it relates to our food offerings as well as our wine pairings. So we also do our signature tableside creations, and when I speak to this, I speak to our Caesar salad, which is amazing. They actually create everything. They create the sauce, the dressing, sorry, right there in front of you. It's a full immersive experience from beginning to end. And of course, the menu is chef inspired. Our chef is amazing, Chef Cecil. He goes above and beyond with his menu, and he has no problem coming out to meet guests if they're having a special occasion, just to add that special experience to the guests' thought process to being within our space. And we have an indoor area as well as our terrace area with our amazing sea tree that's right there, and you get panoramic views of that location. Now, something that I'd like to mention is the fact that we actually do create what we call prefixed menus. If you have a group coming in to celebrate anything at all, we can create a menu just for them. If you want us to handle the entire process from beginning to end in terms of decor, getting the cake sorted, of course, creating a menu curated just for the birthday celebrant or just for the celebrant, we can do that as well. So another of our locations that I know a lot of persons are wondering, who is Coral Cliff? What is Coral Cliff? So Coral Cliff is our gaming lounge, as I mentioned, is right there on the Jimmy Cliff Boulevard. It's our 24-hour full service gaming lounge. We offer live entertainment from Thursday to Saturday. We also have what we call our lava bar, which provides cocktail lounging if you just want to go on a Friday night to just chill out and have a nice drink. Not a problem. As I mentioned, we're 24 hours. So if they want to have a drink at 5 o'clock in the morning, that's not a problem. I mean, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, right? 5 p.m. somewhere. So the option is there for them. We also have our Bubble and Spice restaurant that serves international and local cuisine. And we have our Zeppelin Fun Factory that's dedicated to kids and kids at heart. So who do we serve? Similar to Margaritaville, we cater to our cruise passengers, we cater to our overnight guests, and of course, we cater to groups, regardless of whatever the celebration is. Now, for our group sales packages, we're willing, as I mentioned before, we're willing to tailor experiences, whether the group is small or large. All our rates or whatever packages we create are commissionable for our travel agents and incentive group planners. All our locations are excursion ready. So if you want to come down and do a site inspection to figure out which one of our locations is best for your group, we're up to doing that. That's not a problem for us. And of course, we can create a full immersive package for your group with amenities included. So bachelorette packages are available, and for all locations within the vicinity of all our venues, we will provide transportation upon request. That's something that's very crucial. So how do we get these amazing agents that are on the call to work with us, to partner with us? So as I mentioned, we can create customized itineraries. All our rates are commissionable. Our communication, we're fast. Within 24 hours or less, you'll get a response from us. We'll be your on-island support, whether it's Coral Cliff, Marguerite, or Margaritaville. And as you can see, we have our contact information for Margaritaville, Marguerite, as well as Coral Cliff. We're also on social media for Instagram and Facebook for all our locations as well. And I just want to say thank you so much for giving an ear. And I want to welcome you to come to visit any of our locations. We're ready and waiting to host you, to host your guests, to host your family. Just let us know when, where, and how we can make this happen for you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Anisha. I do have questions for you. Well, first off, I want to clear something up. Everyone knows that Margaritaville is not just a hotel, but restaurants. And I think there was a little bit of confusion as to, are we presenting on a restaurant or a hotel?
Oh, all right. So Margaritaville Caribbean is solely a restaurant. So we do not provide accommodation within the Caribbean space. So we're just restaurants catering to um, all our parrot heads, parakeets, persons who follow, absolutely love Jimmy or understand the Margaritaville brand itself. So within the Caribbean, we only offer restaurant, food, bar, and entertainment services.
Awesome. So now that we have that cleared up, if one is staying at a hotel, do you offer transfers? Are there any partnerships with hotels in, let's say, your Negril area or Montego Bay or Ocho Rios resort areas to come to Margaritaville?
Absolutely, absolutely, 100%. So we do offer free round trip transportation from every resort within the space that the restaurant is located. So for example, in Negril, we pick up guests from Rio, from Royalton, from Hedonism as well. So that's just three of the many resorts in that area. Sandals, all the Sandals resorts across the island, we will pick you up and take you back to to your resort. So we
And
do
is there,
offer free round trip transportation.
okay, that was my next question, the cost. So it
Yes,
is free.
it is free,
Awesome.
100% free. So you can actually go through the concierge at your resort, or you can reach out to us directly, and the information is right here. So all our email addresses that you can reach out to us saying that, hey, I'm staying at Royalton in the Grill. I would definitely like to come, whether for daytime activities or for the nighttime, whether it's for our Bonfire Wednesdays or all you can drink Friday series. We can pick you up and take you right back.
And how does that work for Coral Cliff or Marguerite's? Is it the same or is there a
It is
charge
the
for?
same. Once you send an email to us, we will arrange everything for you.
Awesome. And is Marguerite's open for lunch?
Marguerite's is not open for lunch. We're open for dinner between the hours of 6 and 10 p.m.
All right. And is there any, if one wanted to host a group there, would it be something that could be possibly arranged or are we
Absolutely,
strictly?
100. Absolutely, we can definitely do that. As I mentioned during the presentation, we can actually create so you don't have to dine off of the standard menu. We can create a menu based on the taste, the feel, the look that you want for that celebration. We can do that for you. And if you want us to, we can decorate the area for you, get a cake for you, whatever it is. We can handle everything. One-stop shop.
And I can attest to that. I did have my best friend's bachelorette at Margaritaville in the Grill, and it was great. We had a private section. It was all set up for us, so I can attest to to those events. Um,
And I just
Another
want to add in, we also, for Marguerite's, we've actually hosted wedding receptions there. So that's something to consider as well.
awesome. And the email addresses that you have on the page right now is who they
Mhm.
would contact. Is
Correct.
there a minimum? What is considered a group to you?
A group is anything 10 or more.
Okay. And I'm very excited about the slide that's coming back to Montego Bay. That was one of my favorite things to do. When
Mhm.
did you say that would be back? Did you say October?
So the slide, we are aiming for October, weather permitting, because as you know, we're right in the smack dab in hurricane season.
Right.
um, so we're biding time right now to make sure that once we put it in place, we don't have to take it back down.
All right. And my last question was about the bridge. When would the bridge be complete?
Once the upper level is completed, we're also aiming for October because the slide actually starts from the upper level. So we're aiming for anywhere between October to December of this year. And
Awesome.
if we're completed earlier, JTB will be the first to know to broadcast the information to everybody.
And we appreciate that. So thank you again for sharing. I am going to make that your last question. I am going to be now passing it over to, first I want to just show you a picture. I had the privilege of being at the S Hotel yesterday, and I want to share a picture if this will cooperate with me here. The sky was just showing off for me yesterday at the S, and if it will allow me. All right. This was now, albeit my very unprofessional cell phone, but this was the picture of the sky and the pool deck. Has everyone seen that? Are you seeing that, Anisha? Are you seeing my screen?
Yes, I am. It's gorgeous.
Okay. Yes, this is what I was greeted with at S Hotel. I had a marvelous day yesterday. I had the most amazing massage ever. Renee should be knighted. I just want to let you know, Linda. And I just want to say thank you because it was marvelous. So, that being said and that out of the way, I will let you tell everyone about your beautiful resort in Montego Bay. Just a complete homage to Jamaica is what I call the S Hotel. So, Linda, if you will, take control of my virtual floor and tell us all about it.
Sure. Thank you so much, Allana. It was great seeing you and great hosting you. And, thanks so much for your testament of your experience. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining our presentation today. And now that you've heard about all the new developments in the Montego Bay area and all the fun things to do at Coral Cliff and Margaritaville, then, if you're going to decide where your client should stay, then this is S Hotel Montego Bay is a place for them to stay. So, we're a fairly new hotel. We opened in 2019. We're 120 rooms. We're located very close to the airport. It's only 5 minutes away, so you get to the hotel quicker. And this is a hotel that's really authentically Jamaican. And not only, do we have the Jamaican experiences, the Jamaican vibes and look, but we consider ourselves 100% Jamaican because we're owned by Jamaican and our entire team is Jamaican. Okay, let me just one minute. All right. So for those of you who know us, knew that we were adults only, accepted children, persons 16 years and older for the past few years, but we have now made a decision starting this month to accept children 8 years and older. And the reason for that is that we've been getting, a number of requests recently for families who wanted to travel with their kids or persons who wanted to have their wedding at the hotel, but it was important for them to bring their, for their kids to be at the event. So, our team, we met and we made a decision that we will accept children 8 years and older. So no children too small. The atmosphere is still going to be great, and it's still a great hotel, for persons, for couples who are traveling together. For dining, we have amazing food, and we get lots of compliments on our food. We use a lot of the local ingredients in the restaurants, and we're all inclusive. We have 5 restaurants, plus we have a cafe. So the Rocksteady restaurant is our seafood restaurant. It's located, on the ground level, and there is a pianist who plays, and in the restaurant while you're dining, and it's the food is really, really good. Or it's one of our a la carte restaurants. We have 3 a la carte restaurants, and for the a la carte restaurants, they're only open for dinner and you must make reservations. There's no upcharge for any menu items. Either whatever is on the menu, you can have. Then we have Jamrock. Jamrock sits on the 5th floor, right next to the sky deck where Allana showed you that photo, and it's our Italian restaurant. And you get the most beautiful sunsets while you're dining. Roots Rock it's really my favorite restaurant because it's our Jamaican themed restaurant. And it's really, celebrates our musical heritage. You'll see a mural with 5 of our reggae icons that were hand painted. Every table in the restaurant is unique. It depicts something of our culture. You get the best, oxtail, curry goat, jerk chicken. And again, it's only open for dinner. We also have a Vibes Bar and Grill that's open throughout the day. And, if you're lounging by the pool, it's a great place, to go to get a drink, or, you get, some, I call it, you get the healthy and the less healthy snacks. So whether you want to get your burger and fries, or you want to get a salad or so, or even some jerk chicken, it's available at the bar and grill. And of course, we have our cafe, we have Escafe, and it's open 24 hours now, starting, I think next week we're going to be opening the cafe 24 hours. And here you get the best Jamaican Blue Mountain coffee, you get your espressos, an assortment of teas, but much more. You get, your sandwiches, pastries, and also your healthy smoothies. So it's a great place, just if you wanted a snack in between meals. We are located on Doctor's Cave Beach, a very iconic beach, one of the most beautiful beaches in Jamaica. And what makes it so, the beach experience at S Hotel so unique is that when you go to the beach, our guests have private access to the beach. We have a reserved section, but you're interacting in a really lovely space. There are Jamaicans using the beach, there are guests from other hotels. We do have a beach concierge. You get your towels, your umbrellas, your lounge chairs, and you have someone coming around to take your drink order. If you wanted to have a meal, there are restaurants on the beach. Those restaurants are not owned by us, so you can have a meal there and you pay for it yourselves. Or, our restaurant is just, footsteps away. You come back to the hotel, you can have a meal there. But it's a great experience on the beach. We have 2 pools. Our main pool sits right next to the beach. One, as you step off the deck of the pool, you're right onto the sand. And we do have cabanas. Our cabanas are complimentary on a first come, first served basis. And then, we also have the sky deck pool, which is located on the 5th floor. It's in a glass enclosed pool, and that area of the property is adults only. So only adults are allowed there. There's a bar there, and you have a really magnificent view while you're there. We have our Iris Spa and baths, and it's a full service spa, 5 treatment rooms in a very holistic approach. And then we also have the baths, where it's a series of 3 pools of varying temperatures that offers you, a whole relaxation experience. We do cater to small meetings and events. We do beautiful destination weddings, retreats, incentives, we get a lot of requests for birthday celebrations, whether it's your 40th, 50th, 60th, or 70th, and people really have a good time. This is a hotel that we really stay in tune with our Jamaican heritage. And part of what we do is that, when you come and stay at S Hotel, you really get to learn about who we are as a Jamaican people, where we're coming from. So we do display the artwork of many talented Jamaican artists. And there's one artist in particular, Artist Shade Cole, who's very talented. And we have worked with him. We've commissioned him to make life-size sculptures of all 7 national heroes and some of our cultural icons. And throughout the property, you'll find them along with storyboards. If you go, for example, in Marketplace Restaurant, which is our main restaurant that offers a buffet, that restaurant, you'll see hand-painted recipes on the columns, as you can see in the photo on the screen. We have an entertainment team and we do curate guest activities. Activities are optional. We post activities on a daily basis. So it is yoga on the beach in the morning, paint and sip class, coffee tasting, rum tasting, water aerobics. We have lots of different activities, for persons, who wish to participate. And then we have Club S. So adjacent to the hotel, we opened up our club. And our club, as you can see, it's very Jamaican. And it's really designed off, for those of you who really know Jamaica, there was a popular street dance in Kingston called Passa Passa. So you're getting that vibe. It's a bit of Passa Passa mixed with Reggae Sumfest. So you literally, the way it's decorated, you're standing in the middle of the street. You have the bar, you have the corner shop, you have, all these little, snippets of, Jamaican urban life in the club, and, the best sound system, lighting system, there for you. We open the club on a Saturday night from 10 p.m. until 2 a.m. with an open bar and a DJ, and it's exclusive to our guests. Outside of a Saturday night, we make the space available for persons who want to rent it privately for their events. We are located on the Hip Strip, so Margaritaville is just around the corner from us. A lot of persons like coming there because if you wanted to go shopping or to go check out the cafes and restaurants and so on, you don't necessarily have to take a taxi to get somewhere. You can just simply walk out the gates of the hotel. And, you can go to a club if you wish, or just, walk along the strip. S Hotel is known for its service. We have an amazing team at the hotel, very dedicated. And I tell people as an all-inclusive, because we're small, we're only 120 rooms, we're able to really take good care of our guests. We provide seamless service. We have won numerous accolades. We were rated by Condé Nast Traveler Readers as the #1 hotel in the Caribbean several years in a row. We are #1 in TripAdvisor for Montego Bay, and we're also in the top 2 on Google best hotels in the Montego Bay area. So kudos to our team. And then I'm just quickly going to tell you a little bit about our sister property in Kingston, because for those of you who have clients who may wish to come to Kingston, Kingston is a great place. Again, very boutique-y. We only have 123 rooms at that hotel, and it's located right in the heartbeat of the city where everything is accessible, beautiful, spacious rooms. And I'll go through this one quickly. Several restaurants. Kingston is a place, a lot of persons will go there just for our breakfast. It's not all inclusive, it's a bed and breakfast. And lots of corporate events take place at our hotel there. We have 3 pools on property. We have great spaces for meetings and incentives and other events, a small spa, fitness center. And, Kingston is known as a cultural center. So there's so many things that you can do in Kingston, whether you're going to the Art Walk, open to the Blue Mountains or to the Bob Marley Museum. And of course, we also have excellent service at S Hotel Kingston. Thank you so much for your time, and I'm open to any questions that you may have.
Thank you so much. Like I said, amazing resort, complete homage to Jamaica. It's just everywhere you turn, it's Jamaican excellence. I love it, from the life-size Clarks in the parking lot to to everything that you can run into Bob Marley, Miss Lou. I mean, there's every corner you take, it's something celebrating Jamaica. It's absolutely amazing. That being said, I do have questions for you, Linda, and let me start with, okay, so S Hotel is kind of known for the grown and sexy vibe. LA, Vegas meets Miami, and now you're allowing children. tell me what that means for some of my agents that are crying right now, saying that this is how they sold this property, and now, you're inviting children. Tell them, what
Okay,
exactly is changing.
so children means just that we're family friendly. It doesn't mean that we're a family resort in the sense that you're not going to have a kids club. We don't have curated activities for kids. It's just a place that you can bring your kids in the event that you want to take them with you on vacation and, take them to the beach and so on. We do have areas of the property that are adults only. So, for example, Rocksteady restaurant or a seafood restaurant, it's adults only. The spa, of course, is adults only. The Sky Deck is also adults only. And we have had, since we started, we've had a few kids in the house, and I couldn't even tell the difference unless you physically saw the kids. You couldn't tell that, children were there. So it really hasn't changed the atmosphere much. And I mean, Allana, you were there yesterday, and you
Absolutely.
can tell, it really hasn't changed at all.
And that's what I was trying to explain in the chat, because I don't think that I have two kids, and this is not a property that I would choose to say, okay, let's bring the family and celebrate here. I think it's more of a situation where you absolutely have to bring your child, and hey, you're allowed to bring them, but it's not something where your kids are going to be saying, hey, I want to go to the S Hotel. It's definitely a grown and sexy vibe. So Linda, not you, but the Linda in the chat, please don't cry. Your clients will be just fine.
There will be.
So, okay, so now that we've addressed that, you used to be an EP hotel, you've moved into the all-inclusive. So does that mean guests from the outside are no longer able to come in and enjoy a restaurant, or is there allowances for that? How does that work?
Sure, we have a day pass that persons can purchase, and they can come in and they can use our beach facilities, the pool. They can use a spa, of course, and pay for their treatments, and they can dine at the restaurants. And we also have an evening pass. If someone wants to come for dinner, to watch a show, we do have a live band each night at the poolside. Then, of course, they can pay for an evening pass for that.
And if they wanted to just come for dinner, they would have to purchase the pass, right? Because you're all
They
inclusive now.
purchase the pass, yes, because we're all inclusive.
Okay. And do you offer room service? I can answer all of these questions, but I'm asking you, Linda, do you have room service?
Yes, we do offer room service from 6 a.m. until 11 p.m. daily. It's available.
And it's great because I enjoyed it. Um, let's see. For your room categories, does this hotel in Montego Bay have a garden view or ocean view? How do your room categories? Because, oh, before you answer that, someone asked if this is the Old Breezes, and it is the Old Breezes, but you would never know it. So I think the question is, it's more because of the way that Breezes was set up with their cabin rooms and so forth, and I know that I'm dating myself, but tell us how the room categories work now with the S Hotel.
Right. So I'm going to, I just realized that I did not have a picture of the rooms um, on this slide for some reason. So I'm sharing that now on my screen, and just so that you can see what our rooms look like.
Hmm.
So of of our 120 rooms that we have, 28 are interior facing rooms, and that's a leading category rooms that we have. Um, they are called the Mini King rooms and the Mini King suites. Lovely rooms. It's just that you don't have that ocean view. All other categories are deluxe double rooms that come with 2 double bed, or junior suites that are located on the second, um, third, and fourth floor, and our sky suites located on the fifth and sixth floor, and of course our presidential suite and our junior suite with cabanas on the first floor. They all have ocean views, and the higher up you are, the better the view. But you'll have, most rooms will have a view of the main pool and the beach. Very spacious rooms and suites. And as you can see, the bathrooms is in her vanity we have a large enclosed shower that has a mural that was hand painted by one of our local artists, a wicker wrapped tub. You can sip some champagne and watch the sunset, from your soaking tub. And, as you can see, the decor is monochromatic because, such vibrant colors are outside. We didn't want to distract from the views that you're getting. And I should add, in the rooms, you're going to see a turntable for vinyl records and the Bob Marley Legend album, just to depict, that we're known for reggae music. The vase is a red strap beer bottle. And as you can see the picture at the top, and of course, that's our national drink. And our national game, I call it, is dominoes. I mean, every Jamaican loves to play dominoes. So there's a pack of dominoes in each of our rooms.
I also want to add that picture, that black and white picture of the palm in the bathroom, in the shower, there's actually a shower head there. So you can literally lay down while this huge rain shower is falling on you. Again, amazing resort. So can you tell that I like it? Cooking classes. You said that they have cooking classes and rum tasting. Are those included in your all-inclusive, or do you have to pay for that?
Those are included. So we do have scheduled activities. So we have a weekly schedule of activities that are complimentary to our guests. The only activity from that list that you pay for would be, if you did the paint and sip, you pay $20 per person for that, because we work with a local artist who comes in, and you get to create your own masterpiece that you get to take home with you. And I forgot to mention too that new to the hotel is pickleball. We now have a pickleball court because I know that's very popular for guests nowadays, that they're able to play pickleball. But outside of that, if you had a group though, if you had a group and wanted to do something private, like a cooking demo, or then that's something that we would work out a rate for you, because that would be done privately.
Awesome. So with my 2 minutes, I want to thank you. I can go on about this resort all day. I want to thank both, well, Alisair and Onisha and Linda for presenting today. For Linda, your last question is going to be about, well, two parts: your day passes, if you have prices on those, and travel agent rates, because of course, everyone wants to
Sure.
see it.
Sure. So day passes, for the day pass, it's $195 per person. For the night pass, it's $220 per person. For travel agent rates, we do extend travel agent rates. It depends on time of year, your dates, and several factors. So my recommendation is just to send me an email with your dates, and then we'll check availability and extend a special travel agent rate to you.
Awesome. And speaking of your contact information, here it is. So any of you that want to visit the S Hotel, Linda's information is here, as well as Alisair's and Onisha's, and of course mine, if you have any feedback for the Jamaica Tourist Board. Before you go, I want you to know that there's a survey that's going to pop up at the end of this webinar. If you complete the survey, you will be entered to win a 2-night stay at the S Hotel, as well as a $75 gift certificate, compliments of Margaritaville. And compliments of the Jamaica Tourist Board, we will be giving everyone that attended today 250 One Love Rewards points to shop in our store. So again, I want to thank you for joining me today. My name is Allana Faustin with the Jamaica Tourist Board. Thank you to my presenters. Thank you to all of you that took the time to learn and educate or update yourselves on Jamaica. Thank you for always being champions for Jamaica, and enjoy the rest of your week. I will see you back here in 3 weeks with more partners celebrating Jamaica. Have a great one.
Thanks, everyone. Have a good day.
Thanks.